And I guess I am. Hey, folks. I've left Mr. T is back at the meet and greet while I decided to take a walk downtown Steamboat Springs. Thought, why not do another live? So I do want to talk about a few things before I turn the camera around here. There's a lot of negativity that we deal with, and some of the individuals like to come out here and they're just totally negative all the time. One in a recent comment about why we are, I'm supporting Mark, and but Mark's stuff was deleted. And that was totally by accident, but it's automatically assumed that that we shut people down just because of their opinions. That was a total accidental thing, and Mark is solid here. But it's the tone that comes out. It's as though nobody can do anything right. And I do believe I know who this individual is, and shame on you. Instead of coming up with ideas on how we can get people together, you just continually want to talk about the negative aspects of things. And so all I can say to you is shame on you. So and I do believe I know who you are. And so I'm just saying right off the bat, knock it off. Knock it off. You do not have all the answers, and every single thing that comes out of your mouth is negative. Everything. And you should be ashamed of yourself. So this movement requires people. And all I see from a few of these individuals is negativity. They want to make it sound like they're the all righteous ones when they're not. They're the all righteous ones. They're the ones that are doing something. You're not doing a damn thing. All you're doing is getting negative on people. That's it. Negative on me, negative on individuals around me. So, grow up. All right, now that's being said, I'm downtown, Steamboat Springs. I'll turn it around here. So, not sure what I'll see down here, but I figured I'd take a walk downtown anyway. Into the west. This is a nice little town, Steamboat Springs is. So what are we trying to do, people? We're trying to wake people up into knowing what it is that we need to do to take back our country. Our country is in dire straits right now. A constitutional crisis. And we need to have people realize that. So, that comes in a way that is going to be uncomfortable for a lot of people. People are used to the way of that they've been living. Now they're happy that they're out from underneath the constraints. But that's an illusion. That's nothing but an illusion right now. So we have to bring the country together and realize that until we can get rid of those who are abusing these acts that are designed to help people, and they're saying that it's to help people, but then they shuttle a bunch of money underneath the table to their buddies. Their buddies in big pharma or in insurance companies and agencies that are health agencies. And they just, they don't care about us. They do not care about us. They only care about money. They only care about their wealth, their property, and there's never enough for them. Lots of e-bikes in this town. It's nice to just take a walk down this town. Hi. Lime. How you doing? Margaritas. Waiting for seats. Colorado style pizza. Olive oil. It's tasting. Hmm. How you doing? I'm having a great time. How are you? I'm live streaming. Yes, I'm walking across the United States.
Oh, sweet!
Yeah.
To meet you. That's
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah, I'm going actually that way, but
Okay.
I'm here in Steamboat doing a meet and greet up at the Lutheran Church.
Oh, sweet. What's your kind of motivation for walking across the?
I'm glad you asked. To raise awareness with the citizens of the United States. We're in a constitutional crisis.
Okay.
I'm a constitutionalist.
Okay.
And looking to give information to individuals as to what we have to do as the people to be able to bring the country back into order.
Where
So,
did you start from?
yeah, I started in Carson City, Nevada,
Oh, Nevada.
and I moved my way to Washington, D.C. I've already been there once, and so now I'm on my way back there again. Met in March with on Capitol Hill about what we needed to do, and then overall resounding answer from all the senators and congressmen I met with is get the people. Because when the people finally stand up and start putting their voices together, that's when things will change.
Together is the big thing.
Together is the exact
There are so
reason why I'm
good
doing
in
this.
so many ways.
So,
Alright,
but
alright.
check out the site. You have a nice day. Oh man, it smells good here. There must be a diner right there. Yeah. How you doing?
How are you?
I'm walking across the country.
What?
I am.
What are you doing that for?
To try and get the word out to people on what it's going to take for us to start healing our Constitution.
That's a big walk.
It's a very big walk. So
It's going to take a couple history lessons.
that's what I'm out here for. I'm a constitutionalist, and I'm doing what I can to educate people on constitutionality and our history.
So are you going westbound?
Going east.
Oh, you're going east. Okay, where'd you start west?
Carson City, Nevada.
Okay.
My home state.
Oh, right on.
And heading to Washington, D.C.
Very cool. What route will you take?
I'm going to be leaving out of here on 40. Yeah, see, I was already there once,
Oh, right on.
meeting with the senators and
Yeah.
congressmen. Yeah. So I'll be taking 40 out to 14. I'm going to cut over to Walden and then down into Fort Collins.
Okay.
Then across the lower half of Nebraska.
Yep.
Then I'll work my way back down to 40, walk through Indianapolis, Columbus, and so on, heading east.
How long do you think that'll take you?
A few more months.
What are you doing, like 10, 20 miles a day? Or?
Well, I want to get it up to about 22. What I've been doing so far, I did start the first 240 miles every step, working through blisters and things like that, especially the infections.
Yep.
Got working through all of that, got that completed, and then I started realizing that I'm not doing this to walk and count the steps. I'm doing this to count the people.
Yeah.
So I started jumping ahead wherever there's large, vast, empty miles.
Yeah.
So I started jumping ahead until I can get some people to get behind me, and we can close the streets off and walk together and
Oh, wow.
have a real life Forrest Gump event.
That'd be kind of cool.
You know.
So are you like credit card doing it, or are you staying in the tent? Like, how are you doing it?
I'm up at the Lutheran Church up here right now
Yeah.
until tomorrow, and I've got my 55-year-old motorhome and a driver.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, wow.
yeah, so that's the way we're doing it, and just hopefully we can get more and more people, because that's ultimately what it's going to take to be heard. It's never been done before.
Yeah.
You know, there's been lots of people who have walked across the country.
Yeah. I just had a friend run across the country this summer.
Mm-hmm.
It was interesting watching him do it. He started in California and ended up.
Right. I've got my admins in my ear reminding me that one of the things I said in March was that I felt like the Pony Express rider
Yeah.
of the years gone by in the 1860s. And I'm collecting messages for those who can't join me on the walk to put into a replica Pony Express bag. Messages to Congress, messages from children, crayon notes, and so on. And then I'm going to be delivering those to the steps,
Oh, right on.
the congressional steps. So I've got contact, obviously, with the senators, and at least 5 House members. So it's like, come meet me on the Capitol steps, and I'll give you burlap bags full of letters. So there. that's happening as well. But yeah, we've got some time left, but personally, I think we're out of time. We're just
It's hard not to think that.
it is hard.
Given what we see today.
It is, people are giving up. They've lost hope, and with everything that's been over the last 2 years, my number one objective when you go out to my website, I have a singular objective that has a byproduct or a secondary, and that is to end the state of emergency for COVID-19.
Well, that got dropped, right?
Nope.
It didn't?
Nope.
So what's in?
They've
what's
taken
in
some
effect?
mandates out,
Okay.
right? Like the mask mandates, the social distancing, things like that. But they still have vaccine mandates are very much in order. Over 50,000 service members, that have been discharged from the service, from the military for refusing to take the jab. And of course, this is about freedom of choice.
Sure.
So that's another mandate. I call it, it's like I said to the senators, the declaration for the state of emergency, not the Emergency Act. That's what they're abusing. But the declaration for the state of emergency is the foundation for this multi-level floor building that includes even giving money out to charge masters for hospitals, for instance, just for simply diagnosing COVID-19. $98,000, all part of the state of emergency, to pay a hospital for a diagnosis. There's a problem with that. Then that doesn't even count treatment. Then you've got big pharma. You've got all this, Title 42 on the southern border. We've got the WEF and the WHO and everything that's happening with them. It's all part of this state of emergency. We end the state of emergency, we tear that foundation down, and the building can't do anything but collapse.
Well,
And that's just one.
yeah,
It's a big one.
it's a big wall.
But that's why it's just my one, is because it's so large. It is affecting us every day. It's affecting our Article 3 powers of the Constitution right now. Someone squashes your Fourth Amendment rights, you can't even hire a lawyer to defend yourself because of the state of emergency. So they're like, well, we're under a state of emergency. So Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, what's that? Constitution? Yeah, what's that? Mandates are not laws. Mandates are like decisions made by mafiosos in a cigar or smoke-filled room. You want to make it law? Put it through the process. But they can't.
Appropriations would be nice, not executive orders.
Exactly. Start doing what it is that we're designed as a country to do.
That would be nice. Well, bless you, man. Good luck with your
Bless
journey.
you. Thank you. Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi. Oh, I love this. Hello, Ben. Do we have a republic or a monarchy? What's that you say? A republic if we can keep it. Oh, very cool. No, I'd have to say, it's not a democracy either. As our resident had said 31 times back on the 1st, MAGA is the enemy of the state, if you will, that they're a threat to democracy. And he basically called the United States a democracy 31 times. Need to take his aides to keep jotting down his notes and his writers and give them a lesson in what a democracy is versus a constitutional republic. It's interesting how the left are real quick to say there's nothing wrong with this country. But it's also interesting to see that even when you're talking to somebody that you can tell is a left-leaning individual, they too are not happy with what's happening to this country. And they say, yeah, good luck with that. You know, they must acknowledge that there's something wrong with the country, but nobody seems to know how to fix it. Some people think that it's all just part of voting. How you guys doing today? Not too bad. What's that? I'm walking across the United States.
Oh, wow. We just met somebody that was hiking across the United States.
I'm walking across the country.
Holy shit, from where? Where'd you start?
Carson City, Nevada.
Alright.
So, trying to meet people and how you doing? Yeah, just trying to make people aware of what it's going to take for us to start healing our Constitution. A lot? We all know it's a lot. That's why I'm out here. I've pretty much sacrificed everything as a constitutionalist to let people know what we have to do. And ultimately, we have to band together. We have to ally together and let them know who they really work for. They work for us. But never in our history have we actually risen enough to actually let them know that. So I hope over the next few months here to change that. Create a real Forrest Gump event.
Yep, I'll visit your website.
Do that.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
walk, man.
Thank you. Yeah, warn Mr. T, there's a big wind down here. Just running through here right now. Ah. Mm-hmm. So this morning, I wasn't anticipating such a late start. I was going to start 10 a.m. on the meet and greet and start streaming it, but I decided to go to the services, and they ran past 10. And I met with the folks in the church, the congregation, met with a lot of the people there, met with the pastors. There were 3 pastors there, a visiting one pastor as well, Pastor Mike. So by the time I got out and started doing my stream, I realized that I was having issues with the stream. I couldn't get it going. So I apologize to everybody that was waiting for a 10 o'clock stream. And even though the one I did get out was still kind of messed up. And now that I'm down here where there's some phone service, I figured I would get this stream going. You know, you can get a vibe from somebody. They just don't want to talk. Once you hit a trigger, they're like, oh, just let me go. Let me go. And so far, I've got a couple of those that I've felt today. And that's too bad, especially for such a great area here. But y'all need to realize something too. Even though I do have a singular objective and I'm also looking for the accountability as part of that objective, that's listed as number 2 is the accountability. We can't go into DC with a list a mile long. They'll laugh us out of the place. I'm smelling what smells like raw sewage in the creek. Yeah, that's not good. I'm walking across the United States, guys. Check me out. Okay. Have a good day. So we are at the edge of town. I'll go up here and flip it to the other side and start walking back. But as I was saying, we have to realize, people need to realize that the grievances are large, okay? They're extensive. We can't even really put a number on how many grievances we have against all of them, or what it is that we're going to be doing about it Well, let's think about this a couple of ways, okay? What created the United States? Let's think about that a minute, okay? 56 gentlemen, ignore, created this country. 56 guys in a hot room in Independence Hall in Philadelphia in 1787. They created the United States of America. 56 guys. So they created a great structure that has been abused by those inhabiting the structure, by both those that we vote into positions within that structure by way of our vote, and also by those within agencies that were hired to work for our government in the bureaucratic way of things. Some of those individuals, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, they should be tried for treason because they have sold out American people. They've sold us out. They need to go away. And then when you look at what the First Amendment is in our Bill of Rights and our constitutional amendments, we have the media. And we have to look at what the flavor of the First Amendment was for. To protect the media and also, all of our First Amendment rights. But think about this. Back in the time when that was written, the only thing that we had in the country was newsprint. And we needed to protect anyone who wrote anything to freely, the right of free press, to freely let the American people know what their government was doing. Well, they've become part of the machine between Project Mockingbird and big corporate money. More than 90% of all media in this country is owned by just 6 corporations. You can't even trust them anymore. So the media is part of the problem as well. So how do we get our country back from such a systemic problem? Crooks in it for the almighty buck, in it for the fame and the fortune. We get people together, that's how. And we put the pressure at the local level, at the state level, and at the federal level. How are you folks today? I know you're gonna ask, so I'll give it to you. I'm walking across the United States.
You are. That's what I was thinking. Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm walking across the United States, educating individuals on what it is we need to do to start healing our country and get our Constitution back. So you're welcome to follow me. If I might ask, I'm just curious, what would you say to a congressman right now if you could? Yeah.
Focus on education, I think.
Comes in on education, yeah. In March, I met on Capitol Hill with senators and congressmen. And so I met with senators, I met with congressmen up there on Capitol Hill. And was, you have a nice day. I asked that same question as to what we should do.
Yeah.
And you know what they said? Get the people. So I started walking.
Good for you.
So check it out if you don't mind.
Good luck on your journey, dude.
Yeah,
Thanks.
enjoy it.
Have a great drink. What is that, by the way? It looks good.
There's water now, but there was a strawberry gin thing in there. And
Oh,
adding some water to fruits.
get a little more out of it.
Yeah.
Have a great day, folks. People don't want to talk politics. They don't want to talk about what they would ask their congressman. A lot of this is a tourist town, so people are here to forget the sorrows that they've left behind at home. They're here to relax and unwind. It's the same kind of mentality that I run across at the fairs when we stop at the fairs in the cities and at the county fairs. They don't want to be bothered by it. And that's a shame because I wouldn't mind whooping it up and hooping it up with these people. Taking a little bit of time off. I've seen my own pillow at home 6 days since February. How you doing? Not too bad. I'm walking across the United States. Thank you. The gimbal sets them off. They're like, what is that? I had one young, a couple of folks that were going by on a bike and yelled, that's a cool invention you have there. So, at least it keeps my hands free. So, pizza slices. Brooke Lynn's Pizzeria. Mm-hmm. Hi, Judy. Let's see, Miss Patty would like this place. The petty is $25. Ooh, not bad. That's a good idea, Mark. I'm always struggling with having a breaking of the ice with people. Fuzzywigs Candy Factory. Very nice buildings. Hi. Hey, Gunny. All right, Gunny. I'll be glad when I get there in Ohio on 40, you'll be able to join up in real life on it. Oh, look at this. This is beautiful. Emerald. Wow. That looks like, wow. Ammonite. Wow. Wow. Turquoise. Howdy.
Yeah.
You want to grab a free sample?
What is it?
We have organic face
Oh, these lip
products.
balms and stuff, huh?
Yeah, organic face cream, lip balm, wrinkle serum. This has CBD to help you sleep. This is CBD cream for pain.
Tell you what, I'll trade you a card for a mint shea butter.
Yeah, that works.
That work?
Yeah.
I'm walking across the United States.
Oh, cool.
Amazing.
So
I will look you up.
look it up.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well,
Very
I
cool.
feel like.
I like your.
You like my little invention here?
Yeah.
That way
Do
I
you
can
mind
keep my hands free.
CBD? Like.
I have a CDL, so I have to be careful.
Okay, I was gonna give you a topical one if you want.
Ooh.
It doesn't go in your bloodstream.
Okay.
So like when
Yeah.
if your feet are achy when you stop.
Oh yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
rub it on there.
Yeah, I've got this thing on here
Same
that's a
thing.
patch right now. It's
Oh, okay.
called Life. What is it? X39, but Life what? Life Feed, I think it's called.
Oh. And does it have, is it like vitamins and whatnot, or?
It's some kind of a new thing that in 20 years, I guess I can't call it new to me,
Yeah.
but it helps rebuild your stem cells so
Very
that you
nice.
can heal faster.
Amazing.
And yeah, because I've had arthritis in my knee and in my back and my hip. I broke my back a while ago. Yes? Life Wave X39. My admins are in my ear talking to me. They're all across the country.
That's
So
so cool.
So where did you start?
Carson City, Nevada.
Okay.
And so the gist of this is I'm a constitutionalist, and I've seen over the last several years, I've seen the country downgrading. I've seen indoctrination of our children in school. I've seen the government believing that they run us. And we are a republic. We are not a democracy. And
Right.
and so I was involved with a convoy that went across the United States. I've already been to the Hill once, and had stated, "What do we need to do to keep this moving?" And the fact of the matter is everybody says it's the people. You need people. Never in this country's history have the people truly risen to make change. Even though the Constitution gives us that resource. We had our revolution. That was to get us away from the tyranny of the crown. We've had our Civil War, which was created upon us with the division of the Democrats and the Republicans. Okay, a lot of people don't know that. They, don't know the history. They don't know that the states that seceded were part of the Confederacy, and the Confederacy were all Democrats, and that the Union they were the Republicans. So, if you look into history and not the indoctrinated history, you see the reality that all the division in this country has been party. Now, I'm a proud nonpartisan, and I look both ways.
Yeah.
And I'm just seeing the fact that we need to take our country back, and we need to take it away from them. 244 years ago, we declared our independence, and then we created our Constitution. Okay, 11 years later. And so, what have we done as a people to keep our republic strong? Nothing. We have let them degrade it for the last 200 odd years. Over 230 years, they've just been tearing us apart, taking it little piece by piece. So, right now, the state of emergency is still in effect. But people are being lulled into believing that it's on. And truly, it's not. Maybe the mask mandates are lifted. Maybe the social distancing requirements are lifted. But how many people have lost their jobs because of forced mandates for the jab? I have to be careful how I speak because I'm live.
Yeah.
And they'll take me down for saying the wrong words. And so we'd get rid of that state of emergency, which the senators who end the state of emergency and change the verbiage so that it can no longer be utilized and abused in this way again. But it passed the Senate, but it's stuck in the scheduling pile of Nancy Pelosi's death. So we need people to wake up, start calling their. We want to petition this state of emergency, SJRS 38, get it off the Pelosi's desk, force it with 200 votes. 206 it. We send it to the resident will veto it, and we the people become powerful again, and we go to the Senate for a supermajority.
Wow.
That's what we need to do right now. And we've got a finite amount of time in which to do it, because it expires in the end of this year.
Wow.
And we'll be under a permanent state of emergency. Our rights don't mean anything under the state of emergency. Somebody squashes your Fifth Amendment rights or your Fourth Amendment rights, and you can't even hire a lawyer really today to take your case because of the state of emergency. We're seeing it all over the place.
That's good.
So I'm doing something. I'm currently located until tomorrow morning when I walk out at the Lutheran Church.
Okay.
I'm up there. I was going to be there all day holding a meet and greet and talking to people, but nobody was coming there, so I figured I'd come down here.
Good idea.
And I'm doing a Pony Express drive. When you go out onto the website, and there's a blog I did that has a March meeting and Wake Up in the USA, where I was talking to the senators in the meeting and saying I felt like a Pony Express rider from the day, delivering or collecting the post to deliver to DC. So this time I have a Pony Express satchel, 1860s replica, and I'm taking letters from people. You're welcome to bring it to me or to snap a picture and email it.
Okay. Cool.
We'll put it in the bag and we'll take it to DC.
Awesome. That's, way cool.
So if you could say one thing to a representative right now, what would it be?
I don't know.
Just one thing. What's the most important thing in the way that you think today?
Just listen to the people.
Yeah, I guess we need our country back.
And what do you think? I'll give you a primer.
Somebody not build.
56 people created this country. Everything we see today was created by 56 men. In 1787, our Constitution was ratified. So we created all of this with just 56 people. Think of that. That's pretty small, right? But it's going to take literally millions upon millions upon millions to save it. But we want to do it peacefully. We don't want to have everybody using the Second Amendment and saying, time to go and get the tyrants out of there. Because what they created is a structure, right? And in that structure are inhabitants. They're the problem. The United States isn't the problem. The people that are inhabiting the structure is the problem. They're not representing us, right?
Right.
Would you agree? They're not representing your ideals, right? They're representing the big money, the big pharma. Well, this would be best for the people, so we're going to do that. That's what they represent. They don't truly represent us.
Yeah.
So
It's like a buddy system.
absolutely.
Up there. I'll do this if you do this.
I could run Congress and into Congress, and I was one of those that like what we have. There are a few good people, but the majority of them, they get sucked in by the you'll look good in that boat. I just need you to vote this way. Right? The special interest groups. So these are the things that we're fighting. These are the people we're fighting. Because there's truly not a division the way they want to make us believe that there's a division. For me, it doesn't matter if you left or if you think right, or if you think black or if you're white. It doesn't matter. What matters is you're an American. Because constitutionally speaking, that's all that matters. And in history, we can say that every single civil rights movement, every one of them, was only passed because of the Republican Party. But they'd have you believe otherwise. If you look back at the 1964 civil rights, no Democrats got into the bill. It was all Republicans. Very few Democrats. The 13th and 14th, 5th Amendment, 10th Amendment did slavery. Only 2 Democrats signed in. The 14th Amendment said they're served in servitude, they shall be patriated. Made citizens, Republicans. The 15th said that for those who served in servitude, they shall have the right to vote. Guess how many Democrats? I'm nonpartisan because things we make this decision when we make it to be loyal to that, it's wrong. That's why I'm out here and that's why I'm doing this walk. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Yeah.
It was nice to meet you.
It was. I'm going to check you out. This is awesome. Yeah, say Haley, my
Spread the word.
You're Haley?
Yep.
Haley,
I'm Kristen.
Ron, Kristen.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
And yeah, check us out. I'm live streaming on, I think, 8 platforms today. I'm on several YouTubes, Twitter, maybe somewhere in Twitterverse,
Yeah.
Facebook. So I'm everywhere on that. So you're not going to see anything that I'm talking about anywhere on the mainstream media.
Good.
The alphabet soup.
Love it.
So that's what I call it.
I'm excited. Then I go home and check it out.
Yeah.
So it's my
Do you have any
family.
kids?
I don't.
No kids?
I
Do you
got
know of any are you aunts or do you
it.
have
I
any
have an
kids?
aunt. Yeah.
I'm not.
Get the kids, you know what moves people? It's crayon notes.
Oh, okay.
Notes with written in crayon. When on February 22nd in Adelanto, California, I was getting ready to leave on the next day on the convoy to go across America, and this little gal, she couldn't have been 3, maybe 4, runs up and grabs a hold of my leg and is giving me this big bear hug. And Mom comes up and has this poster board that the little girl did, and it says and then it had a heart written, "Love truckers. Thank you for saving my freedoms."
Yeah. That gave me
Thump,
goosebumps.
right? This is exactly what moves people, is when the kids speak.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And so I'm really wanting children's letters,
Yeah.
and I'll put them in the bag,
Yeah. Cool.
and then we'll send them on. So Haley, Christian,
Kristen.
Krista,
Kristen. Yeah.
Kristen.
Yeah.
This has got one ear, and the noise over there has got the other.
And downtown is terrible. I also mumble a bit.
Yeah. Well, the people that I've met so far seemed responsive.
Oh yeah. It's
Um,
just loud down here.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but I'm saying they've been responsive to understanding and hearing what I have to say, which has been good.
yeah,
Because I have a gift for gab, and I can take your time all day long. But
I think.
I'm sorry.
I said Steamboat usually is a little more close-minded, so I'm glad you're getting a good response. I live in Craig.
You live in Craig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been through Craig?
I didn't walk through Craig.
Yeah.
One of the things that I made the decision when I was walking the first 240 miles, and I went up this cliff. I call it a cliff. It was like a 7.5% grade, but it was like this, and there was no phone service.
Oh yeah.
My support vehicle was broken down, so it was just me and Wolfie.
Yeah.
The supporter sent me this. Feel this.
Oh wow. Yeah.
That's Wolfie.
Wow, that's awesome.
So it was just me and Wolfie, and I thought, I'm not out here to talk to the coyotes, to the rabbits, the birds, or the bugs. I'm here to talk to people.
Yeah, for sure.
So I started doing a trading up of miles. Where there's empty miles, I drive that out.
Yeah.
And then I try to get community walks together and get people, hey, walk across town with me. You know, just walk across town. It'd be great.
Yeah, Craig would be really responsive, is why I was curious.
We thought about Craig, but we had already set up the meet and greet, even though nobody showed up. I went to church this morning and met with the congregation and had a really good time there this morning in church. But I thought, you know what? I'm going to go out and see people.
Yeah, awesome. I'm glad you did. I'm going to go follow you.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll let
for
you
your
go.
time.
Thank you.
Yeah. It was
Have a nice day.
talking.
Spread the word.
We will.
Let everybody
Yeah,
know.
that's what we do.
Yep.
That's what you do. I love
Stand out
it.
here all day and talk to
Are you my
people.
new PR team?
Yeah. Remember where we're
On
at.
your PR team.
Yeah, pretty good at it.
All
Knows
right.
people by heart.
Well, I'm telling you that I've got team in my ear. And what are you chuckling about, Mama? So, yeah. So we need more. We need volunteers. We need community ambassadors that are in the same area, whether I'm here or not. So I look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah. Awesome.
You guys take care,
Have a
huh?
good night.
Nice meeting you. Okay. Oh, look at this. There is a secret Euro shop down below. You want some Greek food? Go for it. My heart ice cream. Oh, that looks so good. That looks like a sherbet. So, Alabama playing on that one. Cowboys and Indians. I'll tell you what, folks, there's nobody here at the moment. Why don't we just go ahead and get an intermission going? We'll let you have the intermission, and then I'll be back after that. Go ahead.
There's a cry of freedom sweeping around the world today. And here we have it all, life and liberty. Still we give the dream away. No more can we afford to stand around, set inside our ways. Wake up in the USA. Wake up in the USA.
Story himself, and he's been right by our side from day one in this. He's seen the emotional roller coaster that this journey has been.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Senators, for hearing us today. My name is Ron Coleman. I'm from Reno, Nevada. I own a small trucking company, or at least I will until next week, maybe. Who knows how far that goes. Yeah. But my daughter said to me before I left, Dad, you can't afford to do this with everything that's come over the last 2 years. And I looked at her and I said, I can't afford not to do this. Yeah. This has been an emotional roller coaster that you cannot imagine, you can't even put words to. And in reality, it comes down to some things very much like this. This note wrapped around a cookie from a family. If I may, I'll read this. Dear trucker, I admire your courage and your determination in doing this. I will support you in prayer for a victory over the sad oppression that is going on. Thank you for fighting for all of us. A mother of 3, God bless you. I have a box full of these letters. I have 4-year-old girls coming up, hugging me, and handing me crayon notes. We love you. Thank you for fighting for our future freedoms. In a crayon note. I tell them, I am just like the Pony Express of the days gone by. And I will collect your tears, I will collect your messages, I will collect your heart, and I will take it with me to Washington, D.C.
Help others when you can, respect your fellow man. Can't you see the times are changing?
And I will deliver it. And that mission is partially complete for me personally. But I also tell them the truckers are the tip of the spear, and the body of the spear is the people. We are nothing without the people. So this isn't about the truckers.
When priorities are wrong. We've got to stand up strong and rearrange them.
We are awakening people all over this world. We are awakening, as Alan said, millions of people seeing their tears, hugs, to where I'm having to hold them from collapsing in sob. This is a movement that the people have brought forth that says our God-given rights have been trampled on from our Constitution. And he's right. Our Constitution and 56 very fine gentlemen sat in a room in Philadelphia and they pounded this out. They knew this day would come. This is why we have these writings. This is why we believe in these writings.
It's time that we wake up and see our freedom was never free. So wake up in the USA.
And moving forward, we want to make sure that every single American, and you're right, Senator Cruz, these people are coming and they're waking up.
Yep.
And when they awaken, they will not go back to sleep. And we're bringing them forward. And we were bringing them with us. And I say to them, call every single official that you can, every politician that you can, and let's start burning up these phone lines and letting them know, let Nancy Pelosi know that the power is in the people and we are coming.
Amen.
You know what you need to do. Don't give up, you gotta push on through.
First of all, God bless him for doing that. I can see you're compelled, and all of your stories here are compelling. What's going through my mind, I wish the press would have been here to see the entire thing. I think we should bring him in right now. I think we should, Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Hi. I drive a 1-ton truck, and apparently you cannot park it in downtown DC.
She's from your district.
I'm from West Texas, sir.
Oh, awesome. Where?
Out in Midland. I own a hotshot trucking company in the oil fields.
Fantastic.
So I came up here with, I'm keeping my guys working down there, and came up here and brought about 20 people from Texas from me.
Wonderful.
We tried to organize the state as best we could within 12 days. If you've never done grassroots, it's a wild ride.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd be here, to be honest. So I pretty much said, I can do oil field 24/7, or I could do this. It's real hard to do both.
I understand.
So this is just, everybody's here for the same reason, for our freedoms, for our children's freedoms, for the generations to come, their freedoms too.
Quit closing your eyes, pretending that you don't see.
And Texas is a wonderful state. I think it's harder for Texas because we stood up for our freedoms a lot sooner than a lot of other states. And I think it's just overpass of people. I think there's 15, a dozen overpasses that did not have people on it from Texas all the way to here.
And if you think you'll just spectate, it's too late. We all live here together, from sea to shining sea.
That we're the majority. We may be the silent. We're not silent anymore.
Yeah.
We are not silent anymore. And people, you make eye contact with them, they're just like, thank you. Thank you for standing up for us. Thank you for being here for us. Thank you for watching over our children. They just say thank you. They're so grateful. And that's what we're all here for. We're here to do that, to stand for everybody's freedoms. Whatever side of the table you stand on, it's for your freedom too, whether we agree or disagree. It's okay. That's what makes this country beautiful. And that's what we stand for under that Constitution with each other.
This convoy has really shown the heart and soul of the United States and what we truly are about. And I really am implore your colleagues to come down, you and your colleagues to all come down on both sides of the aisle and meet with these drivers. There's so many stories like it, to meet with these people down there. Remember, it's not just truckers, it's people from all over America that are down there. They come from every jurisdiction. I know of 30, 40, 50 of your own constituents that are in trucks. They flew in from Hawaii.
Rented RVs.
It's hard to drive a truck from Hawaii.
Right?
Yeah, I tried.
I know you want to bring the press in to, because at times here, I want to just, we're to wrap it up. This really is a spiritual war, and we've awakened a lot of people across the country. We have a pandemic of unchecked power. That's what it is.
Yep.
And as soon as you put man's power above God's power, you know who wins. But we've got a pendulum that's swinging from woke to the Great Awakening, and there's nobody who's seen that more firsthand than the truckers who drove across the country to see this. And we don't have our freedoms. We're here because Americans will not have freedoms as long as emergency powers exist and continue to be abused. It's why we're here. We need our freedom back. We need accountability. We need investigations. We appreciate any help you can offer.
Absolutely.
Now there's a cry of freedom sweeping around the USA. No one can take the sunlight or the breeze. No one can turn our blue skies gray. Now everybody join together with me as I pray. Wake up in the USA. Wake up. In the USA. Wake up. You live in the USA.
Okay. Let me put that away. So, it's a great little walk here, guys and gals. So, getting to meet some people. Hi, folks. And I don't know, it's like you can almost tell when somebody wants you to talk to them. I mean, they look at you and they give you that kind of that nod that they want to know what this contraption is that I'm walking with, or this hat, or Wolfie. So, I don't need to have the hat. I don't need to have Wolfie with me. But they're kind of iconic association with me in the walk. So, this is my corner. This came up quick. So I keep them handy, even though I may not be using it. Let me flip this camera around. I'm glad you guys liked that video. We put that together, and I didn't know exactly how it would be taken, to be honest with you. Especially given that it was a March time meeting with the senators. But my take on it is that I haven't changed in my views since the start And so why not keep it going? We are having a meltdown in this country. And like Chris said, we have a pandemic of unchecked power. And that this is a spiritual war. And that no American will truly be free or begin to be free until we end the emergency power. So right now, we need to end that state of emergency. It's being abused. The state of emergency is being abused. And we need to end it. As quickly as we possibly can. We need to end it. They're utilizing that state of emergency in so many ways. And you see these people, they're out here having fun. I'm not going to say anything about, bad about that. But what if all of a sudden orders come down for us to lock down again? What if? What? And then that 2-letter word, if. They try to lock us down again. What are you going to do then? What are you going to do when they sign an executive order to lock us in our homes? What are you going to do when it gets so bad that it's like China, when they walk up and they put bars on your windows and they bolt your door closed from the outside? What are you going to do? Oh, I know, you say that'll never happen. This is the United States, so that would never happen in the United States. Well, you would be wrong. Because they're doing it in such a way that you think it's okay for the protection of others. How about the fact that we saw over in Australia people being taken away and spending 14 days in camp without their choice, being treated like prisoners? We've seen that happen in Canada as well. So why couldn't it happen here? Well, because you say that we're America, it wouldn't happen here. But yet none of the people I know want to get involved. There's nothing wrong with that. Really? Seriously? We need to let them know who they work for. I may not be able to get all the words out that I'm thinking when I'm meeting with people here. But I will. I will get the words out. I have to constantly adjust the camera because that was a pretty steep incline. And I got one more coming. As I make my way back to the church. So, I think Stan's right when I, talk to him, Sasnak. People aren't hurting enough. They're not hurting enough. So, we need to get them to realize that. Now I know that somewhere up here I go to 2 bars, and where is he? There he is. Oh, that's the sheriff. Huh. It's a sheriff on that chopper. So we need to wake people up before the pain gets to the point to where they would wake up on their own, because by then it'd be too late. A lot of e-bikes here. How long does it charge one of those?
Well, it depends. I think full from none, probably like 4 hours.
Pretty cool.
And it like a few days.
A few days?
In and out of town.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like your e-bike, huh?
Oh yeah.
Have a great day, guys. I'll bet they're not cheap. Probably around 700 bucks. Yeah. I ponder the ideas of what would it be like if I wasn't allowed to even do this walk. I think it's quickly coming to that. Where they get to tell us what it is we can and cannot do. Okay. Let me check this. Testing. I don't know what it is. I'm transmitting audio. Okay, so it's part of the fact that I'm buffering. So if you guys want to bear with me till I get back, there's a football field over there, and we're right on the other side of it. So I'm about a quarter of a mile away from camp. But we are running into the same issues as I did this morning trying to stream. So I think what I'll wind up doing here, if it gets too bad, I'm just going to have Tex go ahead and end it. And
Everybody's feeling like they gotta take a stand. Let's all stand together, and together we'll understand that we're all in the same boat, sailing along. If we wanted to be here after we're gone, seal up the cracks, keep the hull strong. Let's save America. Storms are gonna be rough as we travel across the sea. I know we're gonna make it, 'cause I got you and you got me. Now there's one thing I know right down to the letter. If we really wanna see it get better, we're gonna have to do it together. Can't you see? Let's save America. Let's save America. We gotta get back on course. If they won't listen to our voice, we'll shout it out louder. Through any kind of weather, we can make it together. Yeah. Let's save America. America. Let's save America. Save America. America. Let's save America. America. Let's save America. Yeah. Come on. Sing it loud. Let's save America. America. Let's save America. America. Let's save America. Come on now, shout it out. Let's save America. America. Let's
So just having a little conversation. I'll be back with you. I was in intermission, doing a pony. So where we have kids write down what they think, drop in the replica 1960 bag, a pocket constitution, and sign the guest book. And got a couple of people up there.
Lutheran Church?
Right in the back of the Lutheran Church,
Okay.
yeah, back of the parking lot.
All right.
And, be happy to and see if we're getting the kids involved too if they want. If they want.
Well, good luck to you. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Have fun.
Plug in and check it out.
Okay, I'm going to.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, take care.
God bless you. So I got stopped. Somebody that says, "Man, that cool looking little setup you got there." So yeah, the I'm glad you guys like that video we did. Steve Spurgeon did a good job writing both let's say America and Wake Up in the USA. No, it's just the network. I'm not able to do anything. Just make sure I didn't lose the battery on my mic. Nope, it's still there. Still connected too. So if it doesn't come back, then we just have to end it. Well, it's going to delay. There's nothing I can do about it, folks. So yeah, we will have to figure out link successfully. A Winnebago van. So it's a good climb here. The delay, folks, but we are in a bad network area up here. I see the church right there. Okay, see here. Chopper again. personally walked just about 300. Now that we're getting towns closer together, 160 miles apart in one another, nothing in between. We went ahead and bounced over those areas, and I feel good. I mean, walking wise, blisters are done, and you know, blisters have turned into calluses, and doing pretty good that way. So we'll start walking from town to town. I just want more people. I want more people to come out and walk with me. So this is the church that I went to this morning. It's amazing how much talk about freedoms and liberties there was there. Beautiful area, Cajun Cat. Number 5, brother. Hoorah. Honey, I'm home. Ugh. I hear a soda calling my name. I'm back. So I hear you guys want to talk about freedom. You want to talk about freedom. Come talk about freedom. Can I see that shirt, sir? Look at that. That's a cool shirt.
Hey guys, just to let you know, we are having some intermittent problems, so I'm going to go ahead and play our outro. Thanks for joining. Remember, always love and light, and we will catch you on the next show.
Uh-huh.
There's a cry of freedom sweeping around the world today. And here we have it all, life and liberty. Still we give the dream away. No more can we afford to stand around, set inside our ways. Wake up in the USA. Wake up in the USA. Help others when you can. Respect your fellow man. Can't you see the times are changing? When priorities are wrong, we've got to stand up strong and rearrange them. It's time that we wake up and see our freedom was never free. So wake up in the USA. You know what you need to do. Don't give up, you gotta push on through. Quit closing your eyes, pretending that you don't see. And if you think you'll just spectate, from sea to shining sea. Now there's a cry of freedom sweeping around the USA. No one can take the sunlight or the breeze. No one can turn our blue skies gray. Now everybody join together with me as I pray. Wake up in the USA. Wake up. In the USA.